So, you ready to do this?
Oh yeah, this is great to see that someone in America wants to do something about the climate.
It is. This is what we like to see. A change to a better future.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out to the conference on this fine evening. Today, I'll be unveiling our new plan to roll back on our emissions here in Dallas, starting with ways we can cut down on our carbon footprint. To help increase the incentive for our citizens to use public transport, we plan on ordering a load of...
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Dallas Police Department. A local area emergency has been issued for downtown Dallas, Texas. At around 5 p.m. local time, Mayor Ashton was giving a speech at Eckerd Plaza, which is near the Dallas City Hall. In the middle of his speech, a large explosion occurred, injuring a handful of people on the scene. The Dallas Police Department is currently on scene to help assist victims, and also find out the source of the explosion. As of this time, the origin of this explosion is unknown. It is also unknown if further explosions will follow the previous one. For the time being, all residents within a quarter-mile radius of Eckerd Plaza are being asked to shelter in place for the next hour. If possible, make sure you have a way to receive mobile alerts or news information in the coming hours. Thank you for your cooperation, it has been greatly appreciated. For further information, tune into your local news station now. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Dallas Police Department. A law enforcement warning has been issued for the Dallas metropolitan area, active immediately. At 6:37 p.m. local time, a large explosion decimated a Wendy's building in the Cedars subdivision of Dallas, Texas. This Wendy's was located along Bellevue Street, right across the street from the Dallas Police Department headquarters. It is unknown if the bombing location being so close to the Dallas PD headquarters was intentional or not. Regardless, firefighters are currently on the scene fighting the smoldering blaze caused by some type of explosive device. While there are no active suspects as of this time, a potential getaway vehicle has been identified. The Dallas Police Department identified a 2017 Dodge Challenger RT that was said to be orange or mango-colored, rapidly speeding away from the building moments before the bomb exploded. CCTV footage was able to identify the car 3 more times, before all visibility was lost. If you have any information on this vehicle or the person driving it, please contact the Dallas Police Department immediately. For further information, tune into your local news station now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am James Bold from First Coast Weather and News, and today we are live at the scene of a bombing here in Dallas, Texas. Earlier today, this Wendy's on Lemon Avenue in Oak Lawn was attacked by an individual the police are suspecting was behind the attack at the park. The police chief and the mayor have both refused commenting on this situation at this time, so we can only report what we see. There were injuries, but luckily no fatalities. We were informed by an employee of the business that the camera footage from the outside camera is available to us, and we will now be showing it. If you have information on this suspect, please contact the Dallas Police Department non-emergency line. Stay safe out there, everyone. This is a dangerous situation.
Quite a day, hey?
Quite the day indeed.
I'm ready to call it a night. Are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. It'd be nice to just relax and unwind. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Dallas Police Department. A civil danger warning has been issued for the downtown Dallas area, active immediately and until further notice. At 12:32 a.m. local time, a large explosion and subsequent fire occurred at the UT Southwestern Medical Center along Inwood Road. The source of the explosion is currently unknown. It is also unknown if the explosion at the medical center is related to two similar domestic terrorist attacks that have occurred in the past 4 days. Residents within a 5-block radius of the medical center are being asked to evacuate away at this time. A massive fire has broken out at the medical center, and fire rescue have stated that there is a moderate risk that it spreads further. Residents are being asked to remain away from the scene until an all-clear message is given. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Dallas Police Department, and in conjunction with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The following message will contain important information in regards to a domestic terrorist suspect that is believed to be residing somewhere in Dallas. Please listen carefully. It is believed that the perpetrator of the recent bombing spree in Dallas is a man by the name of Hunter Smith. Hunter Smith has been on government radar for the past year and a half due to his links with extremist groups and militias. Hunter has a criminal history, though a non-violent one up until now. If you have any information on the potential whereabouts of Hunter Smith, please contact the Dallas Police Department. Crime Stoppers is offering a $1,000 cash prize for any tips that help lead to the arrest of Hunter Smith. Thank you for your cooperation. It has been greatly appreciated. For further information, tune into your local news station now. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the state government of Texas. As of 1:50 a.m. local time, a police chase was occurring throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area. Domestic terrorist Hunter Smith is currently leading a police chase along Texas Route 183. As of 1:52 local time, this chase was approaching the Hillcrest Oaks subdivision of Irving, Texas. All residents in Hillcrest Oaks are being urged to take shelter immediately. Remain away from windows, and get to a centralized room in your home. Remain off the roadways at this time, especially Route 183. Thank you for your cooperation. It has been greatly appreciated. For further information, tune into your local news station now. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Dallas Police Department. This is a blue alert. Please listen carefully. At around 2 a.m. local time, domestic terrorist Hunter Smith reportedly rammed a police cruiser off of Route 183 in Irving, Texas. The Dallas Police Department has confirmed that Officer David Phillips was killed as a result of this crash. 2 other civilians were reported to have been injured at the scene of the crash. Hunter Smith is armed, dangerous, and is not afraid to take lives. Remain indoors until an all-clear message is given. Thank you for your cooperation. It has been greatly appreciated. For further information, tune into your local news station now. Your regularly scheduled programming has been temporarily suspended by your local broadcasting station. The following message is an activation of the National Emergency Alert System. Please stand by, as important information will follow the alert tone.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government and in conjunction with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Over the past 4 days, a domestic terrorist by the name of Hunter Smith has been terrorizing the Dallas-Fort Worth area in northeastern Texas. As of this morning, it is believed that Hunter has killed at least 9 people and has injured around 24 more. This man poses a serious risk to the safety and general well-being of not just Texans, but to all Americans. If you have any information that could potentially lead to the arrest of Hunter Smith, please contact the Federal Bureau of Investigation tip line. If you spot Hunter Smith in public, do not attempt to apprehend him on your own. Remain a safe distance away and contact your local law enforcement agency immediately. Residents within the Dallas-Fort Worth area are advised to remain indoors until Mr. Smith is apprehended if possible. If not, it is advised that you have some way to defend yourself in public, such as with a knife or a firearm. If you encounter Hunter Smith in public and he attempts to injure you, you have full approval from the federal government to use lethal force to neutralize the threat. However, this should only be done as a last-ditch effort. Do not try to be a hero on purpose. The United States government has put its full attention to apprehending Hunter Smith. We do not take kindly to terrorists. The hunt is on. May God have mercy on this man, because we won't.
This has been a National Information Center message. Thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is James Bold with First Coast Weather and News, and today we've got quite the story. I'm standing outside the UT Southwestern Medical Center because early this morning, as me and my correspondent, Chris Weatherford, were about to turn it in for the night, a bomb was detonated here just across from our hotel. We do know that there are injuries and unfortunately some fatalities. This attack is also believed to be attached to the bombing at the Wendy's in Oak Lawn and the park. The mayor has refused to comment, but the police chief did send us an email with his comments on the situation. It reads, "We're working tirelessly to try and apprehend the suspect, but with little public cooperation, we are struggling to catch him. If anyone has information on the suspect and/or their whereabouts, please contact the Dallas Police Department. We are offering a cash reward of $1,500 to anyone who has information leading to the suspect." That's all the police chief commented. We're signing off here in Dallas, Texas.
You wanna play games? I'll show you fucking games!
The following message is being broadcast at the request of the Dallas Police Department. A law enforcement warning has been issued for downtown Dallas, active immediately and until further notice. Moments ago, the Dallas police station was set ablaze, and numerous officers were injured in the fire. It is currently suspected that domestic terrorist Hunter Smith was behind the firebombing of the Dallas Police Department. This specific station was located along Botham Jean Boulevard on the south side of downtown Dallas. Other Dallas Police Department locations have dispatched units to help assist in the situation. As of now, Hunter Smith is still at large. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation for the Dallas metropolitan area. All residents are being urged to remain off the roadways until an all-clear message is given. The last reported sighting of Hunter Smith comes from a civilian, who claims the man drove away in a getaway car along Botham Jean Boulevard. Residents who live along this road or those who are in its immediate vicinity are being asked to shelter in place. For further information, tune into your local news station now. The following message is being transmitted at the request of civil authorities within the Dallas area. At around 12:15 local time, a large fire was reported at the Occidental Chemical Corporation building on the south side of Dallas, Texas. It is assumed that this fire is in relation to the fire that was set at a Dallas police station location just half an hour ago. At this time, authorities are working with the owners of the chemical plant to try and figure out if there is any major risk of explosion or a chemical leak. Firefighters are currently on the scene attempting to extinguish the fire as well. All residents within a 5-block radius of the Occidental Chemical Corporation are being urged to remain indoors at this time. For further information, tune into your local The following message is being transmitted at the request of the state government of Texas. A civil danger warning has been issued for the city of Dallas, Texas until further notice. At around 12:30 a.m. local time, a massive explosion occurred at the Occidental Chemical Corporation building on the south side of downtown Dallas. At this time, the exact amount of injuries and fatalities is unknown, but it could very well be in the dozens. All residents within a quarter-mile radius of the Occidental Chemical Corporation plant are being urged to remain indoors, unless conditions warrant you needing to move. Police are still pursuing Hunter Smith, but have had no luck as of this time. Stay tuned to local news media for up-to-the-minute information on this developing situation. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the mayor of Dallas, Texas, and in conjunction with civil authorities in your area. This is an administrative message, one that will contain important information regarding an ongoing situation on the south side of downtown Dallas. Please listen carefully, as this information may save your life. Please stand by for a message from the mayor of Dallas, Ashton Stark.
Hello Dallas, this is Mayor Ashton Stark. I know it has been a difficult week for everyone in the Dallas area, but I am here to guide you all through it. First of all, what is even going on? On the evening of November 10th, a press conference I was holding at Card Plaza in downtown Dallas was bombed by a terrorist we now know to be Hunter Smith. This was the start of a series of bombings that ended with a massive explosion at the Occidental Chemical Corporation plant south of the Cedar subdivision in Dallas. Our teams are still working as we speak to identify just what chemicals may have accidentally leaked from the explosion at the OCC building. The chemical plant itself was almost completely vaporized in the explosion, and areas over a third of a mile away were impacted by the explosion in the form of their windows being blown out. As a result of this, we have expanded the evacuation area to a half-mile radius around the plant. Rescue teams are still searching for survivors at the plant, but we fear that the death toll may overall top 250 people, which could make it one of the deadliest terrorist attacks in United States history. Calling upon the federal government to supply more resources to help all the people here in Dallas in wake of this terrible disaster. Right now, our biggest fear is that chemicals from the plant explosion leaked into the Trinity River, which flows southward through the Dallas metropolitan area. This could potentially expose millions of people to toxic drinking water if chemicals made it into the water supply. Lastly, I am glad to confirm that the man behind this slaughter, Hunter Smith, has been killed. This was confirmed by the Dallas Police Department just hours ago. Hunter Smith was found dead in his car off the side of the road on Highway Route 183. While it is unfortunate we may never get to know the true motive behind this attack, frankly, I'm glad to see that scum is no longer with us. Regardless, we Texans always recover, no matter what is thrown our way. Our city will come back stronger than ever, but we need to work together in these times of trouble. Thank you, and please stay safe out there.
This has been an administrative message. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is James Bold, lead news anchor and meteorologist for First Coast Weather and News. We're back in Florida after visiting Texas for a few days, and man, do we have one hell of a story for y'all. The suspect who was involved in bombings around the Dallas area has finally been apprehended. Well, killed. 26-year-old Hunter Smith was found dead in his car after it flipped over during a police chase in Irving, Texas. In his wake, hundreds of families torn apart and millions of dollars in damages to one of our nation's biggest cities. An entire metro left traumatized, losing 243 of its own as of this hour. This spree of bombings has become America's deadliest domestic terrorist attack in history, outnumbering the Oklahoma City bombing of 1995. There was a total of 5 different bombings in the Dallas area over the course of the past 5 days, the deadliest of which occurred at the Occidental Chemical Corporation plant on the south side of the Dallas area. The attack on the chemical plant accounted for nearly 85% of the deaths from Hunter Smith's rampage. The attack on the OOC plant will likely have long-term impacts on many in Dallas, and even throughout the state of Texas. The chemical plant happened to be along the Trinity River, and this is the point where this story begins to sound all too familiar. As of now, the state government of Texas claims there should be no long-term damage to the ecosystem or groundwater wells in and around the Trinity River. But how can we know that so soon? Even as we speak, firefighters are still on the scene of the explosion trying to contain the blaze. It's unclear what chemicals were released as a result of this explosion, but I think it's safe to say that it's probably not a good thing for the river and the people of Dallas. How ironic that a massive ecological disaster came just days after promising climate legislation was about to be passed in Dallas. That was the entire reason we went to Texas in the first place. Which brings me around to my last point. Why? What was the motive behind all of this? Unfortunately, we may never know. Police are currently investigating Smith's property, but said that they have found little evidence of an existing manifesto or suicide note. We have to ask ourselves, will attacks like this become more common in the future? As the state of our union continues to deteriorate, and the people become even more dissatisfied with our conditions, are we entering a new age of terror? For the past 20 years, America's primary adversaries were overseas, but now it may be time to look within and address the problems our country faces. If we don't, it's only a matter of time until the people rebel, and when that day comes, what will the government do? Will they wage a war on their own people like they have done before, or will they decide to try and compromise with us? Only time will tell, but personally, I'm not optimistic. But until then, we will be here, exploring everything our world has to offer. Thank you for sticking with us on this story. It's been a difficult story to cover, but it was well worth it to bring this situation more directly to the people. Stay safe out there, everyone.